I'm making 2,400 in a month. So far, that's 21,000. Yeah.
You have
So I have everything. I went to the hospital and then the doctor said, like from the test results, the doctor said I'm developing ulcer.
okay.
Just because of them, because I make sure they fit.
Okay.
You see,
In just 20 weeks, Justice's backyard poultry farm with only 99 chickens is already producing 50 eggs per day. And in the next few weeks, he expects to collect up to 99 eggs daily. But how much can he really make per month? Justice shares his inspiring story from earning just 700 cedis a month as a barber to starting his own poultry farm. He reveals how he managed to fund this business after trying different hustles, including a cassava farm and an Indomie joint. Now he balances being a barber and a poultry farmer. In this video, you learn how to raise chickens from day old to egg laying stage, and also how to turn a small backyard into a steady income stream. This is proof that Africa's youth are creating opportunities with limited resources, transforming their lives and communities. If you have a small backyard and even a little savings, this video will inspire you to start your own poultry farm. Watch till the end, you won't regret it. Like, subscribe and share to support more success stories like Justice's story. The future is Africa.
How much did you start with? How many beds? Okay, you started with 100 beds. How much did you start with? How were you able to raise funds?
I didn't just start with the layers. I started with grass cutter. That is a male and female. So in Accra, there, there are no bushes around. So it was when I wasn't getting grasses. So I decided to do local bed. So I bought some local beds from Tema. Yeah, so they were hybrids. So I bought 10 pieces. So 9 were females and then 1 male. So I added those ones to my pure local breeds. Yeah, so I was doing locals here, and then before I brought this one. So before I bring this one, I I sent the locals and the hybrids to my dad.
All right, so starting this farm, how did you raise the funds to buy the beds? Most of us, when we want to go into this businesses like this, we are afraid of capital.
Yeah.
Yes. But from your story, we are just a barber
Earning 700 cedis a month.
earning 700 cedis a month. So imagine that. How did you raise the funds?
Okay, so when I thought about starting layers, I didn't start just like that. So anytime I receive my pay at the barber shop, I receive pay here too. So 500 cedis.
Okay.
So anytime I receive pay here and then pay there, I buy the poultry equipment down small. Every month I buy equipment down small. By then I've already completed the structure.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was already doing locals here. So this structure I spent about 4,000.
4,000.
Yeah, 4,000. But recently I changed my roofing sheet, so that should be about maybe 4,500.
Okay.
The structure alone.
4,500 is the structure on the beds. How much did you spend getting the beds? Where did you buy them?
The beds, one is 20 cities. Yeah, so one is 20 cities. And then where I bought them from Kaswa. Yeah, so a friend introduced me to hatchery at Kaswa, so that is why I bought them from.
So 100, that was started with
100. Yeah, 2,000. Yeah.
Okay. How did you get the experience to start the breeds? Even the hybrids, how did you get it?
When I was in school, whenever I vacate, I work at a poultry farm as a female.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been watching the man managing the farm closely. So I was very close to the man. So you see, when I started this ones, like I keep like remembering everything that he has been teaching us. Yeah, so That is it. I didn't even thought about doing layers today. But then when I was doing the work at the body farm, like all that I learned there, that is what I am applying here. It is helping me a lot. So yeah.
So take us through your daily activities as a barber and as a farmer. How do you that go? How do you
No easy. No easy. Because you see, I'm a caretaker here. I have to make sure the house is clean always.
Okay.
Yeah, because my people yeah, that is every 2 weeks or a month. Yeah, so I have to keep for the house. Always. I have to make sure I feel it. I have to make sure I make sure we do. Yeah, so my off days are on Monday. So I go to that is from the barbering shop. My off days are on Monday. So I do clean on Monday mostly. So after doing a cleaning on Monday, every morning when I wake up, I make sure I do small. Yeah. So I'll do small cleaning and then I wake up at 4:30. 4:30, then I clean to my bed. Make sure everything is okay before 8:30. Because 8:30 I have to be at work. Yeah.
How old are they now?
They are 20 weeks now.
Yeah.
Yes.
From the beginning to now that they are 20 weeks. What's the process? Yes, their medication and the timelines. The first week, we have to give them just 1 hour. Take us through so that we can also learn from you
Okay.
before we continue the story.
Okay. So when you pick up the birds, like the day goes from wherever you pick them from, let's say from the hatchery, when you get home, you have to make sure your brooder is set. Okay. So let's assume your brooder is set. Yeah. Your brooder is set. And then when you get the first thing you should do is give them water, glucose.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to give them water. In the water should be glucose. Okay. Yeah. Glucose. Yeah. So and then you give them food. That is starter feed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the starter feed, I hear that the feed is the most expensive part of the country.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
And then I'm using the most expensive feed ever, like the brand. I'm using Pugis. So I've been using Pugis from the beginning till now.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can even see the start.
Okay.
So the Pugis now, the starter feed is 452. 450. Yeah, and then the grower is 422.
All right.
And then the developer is 408. 408. And then the pre-layer is 401. Yeah, 401. And then I'm not using layer one.
Okay.
Then the layer one is 426.
Wow. So the feeds, they are, I mean, there's the grower,
There is
there's starter,
yeah,
there's
grower, there is developer, and there's pre-layer,
relayer, and
before
then
layer one, layer two. So layer two is the last one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And in all this, there are timelines for each.
Yeah, sure.
So,
So you use the starter from the first week to 6th week.
okay.
Yeah, and then you start giving them the from 6th week to 10th week, and then from the 10th week you switch to developer.
Okay.
So you'll be using developer from 11th week to 17th week.
Okay.
Then you switch to pre-layer.
Wow.
And from pre-layer, you use pre-layer from 17 weeks to 18 weeks. Then from 18 weeks, you use the layer one.
Oh.
So layer one to 49 weeks. Then from 49 weeks, you use the layer two till the end, till end of production.
Okay. So for now, they are
They are 20 weeks old.
okay. So 20 weeks old. At what stage are they now? Are they ready for laying eggs?
Yes, they are ready. They started laying around 16 weeks, 5 days.
But what's the usual normal time for their
18 weeks.
18 weeks?
Yes.
And they are laying at 16.
Yeah.
What do you think is the cause? Or
Okay, that means like they're in good health. Yeah, so they are very fit. Like I took care of them very well because I know I treated them as the way they should be treated.
Okay.
Because I went to I got sick. I went to the hospital and then the doctor said, like from the test results, the doctor said I'm developing ulcer.
Okay.
Just because of them, because I make sure they fit.
Okay. Okay.
You see,
Yeah.
because before my pay won't come before their feed will finish. So I have to make sure I'm doing home service. I mean the barber.
Yeah.
So you see, I have to be doing home services.
Okay.
Even on my off days, I do home services just to gather money and buy feed for them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Apart from the feed that you are giving,
Yeah.
what else are you doing to keep them healthy? Because I see when you called me to come, I was thinking maybe some hello.
Oh.
But when I came, I was impressed. I won't tell you.
Yeah.
I won't lie to you. I was impressed.
Thank you.
I am impressed. So what else are you doing to keep them healthy and strength like that?
I just follow the vaccination chart.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a vaccination chart that I'm following. So I make sure I take my best every morning. So every morning I make sure I go through them, check, and make sure all of them are fine. So when I notice brownish poop, so I know it's toxic. Sometimes so I relax a bit. So the following day, nice when I see that maybe the brown poop is becoming more, I know it's toxic. So what I will do is either I'll call my vet or I'll just call my I'll call my vet and tell him this is what I'm seeing, and then he will come and check, and then he'll just ask me to buy poxy medication. So then I'll just buy the poxy medication and then leave them.
Okay. So apart from the coxy, is it disease, right?
Yeah, the poxy is let's say it's a disease.
Coxy disease and the money for the food. What is one of the biggest challenge that we are encountering right now?
Now let's say it's just the feed.
Okay.
Feed and then medication is not that expensive because of the number.
Okay.
Yeah, so medication is not that a problem for me. But at times when I notice maybe some disease,
Okay.
I may not have money. So I have to struggle, maybe make calls and call some friends to see if I will get some money to buy medication. So, let's say it's feed, because feed is the most expensive thing in farming. Yeah.
Would you, if given the opportunity, would you like to have the bigger farm? Do you think you have the capacity to control and manage the bigger farm? Sure.
I've already drawn the plan for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
so in the next 5-10 years, what are the plans for Amex Farms? What do you think?
Okay, you are saying the next 5 years. Okay. But me, I'm saying the next 3 years after this production,
Yeah.
I will get the land, then I'll start feeding.
All right. So right now, what's are the plans? What are after they are fully grown and then they are
Okay, so see now at 20 weeks,
yeah.
they already give me 50% at 20 weeks.
Okay. When you mean they are giving 50%?
Meaning 50% of the birds are laying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, at 20 weeks.
Okay.
So let's say if the normal laying age is 18 weeks, so 2 weeks.
Okay.
You see. So I was expecting 50% at 21 to 22 weeks.
Okay.
But then 20 weeks, I'm getting 50%.
Okay.
It's a very, very good thing.
And how long would it lay till they are able to do?
So they will live for 2 years. Now that they will be unable to lay, the production will slow down.
Okay.
And then if the production slows down, meaning they will just be consuming your feed, but they will not be giving you what you want. Like the number of egg they should lay will
Wow.
reduce.
You know, I didn't know that they can lay continuously.
Yeah, they can lay continuously for 2 years.
Wow. So would you say it's a lucrative job? Because I hear a lot of complaints concerning the feed. But since you are saying they can live for 2 years, is it
Very, very lucrative. Because see, when they start laying, we've already invested. So they're laying for 2 years. By let's say by depending on the number you are doing, but the number will be by 6, 8, let's say 9 months, I've already got the money I invested. Yes, so far,
If we
um, hmm, so far that's 21,000. I've yeah.
we have
So I have everything in my distance. So actually 21,000. Yeah.
so far.
Yeah, so far.
The eggs, crates of eggs do you expect from your 100 pets when they start fully daily?
Okay, for now they are not 100.
Okay.
Because I started with 100 beds.
Okay.
And then at 16 weeks I lost one. That is the only bed that I lost. So 100 beds from day old at 16 weeks. Then before I lost one. So they are 99 now. So when they all start laying, I'm expecting 99 eggs.
Okay. So
Yeah, but
one lays one.
yes.
Okay.
And every 24 hours, each one lays one.
So let's do the math. So if a crate contains
30 eggs.
30 eggs, they are 99. So approximately we are making 3 crates a day. Yes. And right now a crate is how much?
Depending on the size. Yeah, depending on the size. So let's say
Yeah, 70 cents.
let's say some small size, or let's say 55. So from 55, 60, 65 to 70 onwards. Yeah.
So let's say 60
Yeah.
and times 3. 100
That's 180.
108.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. That's some good.
Yeah.
So if in a month you are spending how much for food, how much for
Okay. So I've already made my calculations. So if I'm getting 3 crates a day and then I'm selling one for 60 cedis. So meaning in a because my feed is now taking me to 5 days. 5 days. So I spend 500 cedis every 5 days. Every 5 days. I spend 500 cedis. Then the good thing is they are now supporting me because they are laying and I'm selling it.
Okay.
Yeah, so they are now supporting me. So I'll just add some little money to the money to buy food.
So it means the day you are spending, let's say, 100 cities on the food cost 500 cities. Yeah, about 80 cities. Not bad.
So I calculated it like this. If I'm spending 500 5 days. So that is the cost of the food, right? So in 5 days, the 3 eggs times 5 days. That should be giving you something like 3 eggs. That's 180 times 5. That should give me something like
Let me say 100 times 5 is 500.
Yeah.
Times 5 is 400. 900.
900. Yeah, that should be 900. So 900 minus 5,
Yeah.
500
Making 400 a week.
a week.
Yeah, that's good money.
So 500 a week. So
Yeah, just from 100 beds.
so I calculated everything, and then a month's time. When when minus the cost of the feed and everything, I'm making 2,400 in a month.
Oh, wow. It's an inspiring story to hear because we all have, most of us have buildings like this, and then we have backyards, but sometimes we are thinking of having some huge capital before we go for certain investments like the farming. Right now, agriculture is like the new trend or the biggest thing in Africa, and most of us want to go into something like this, but we are normally thinking about a very huge capital when our mind comes to this. But here is someone who is just using 700 cedis a month from his barbering work to do something like this. If given the opportunity, would you like to partner with someone to expand this business?
Sure, I'm ready for partners. Okay, yeah, sure.
Just put your number out. Anybody who wants to partner with you, you can give you a call and then you can strike a deal.
Alright, so my number is 7557 7 0557 0